Well, I believe it's 12 already, so I will probably start. Can I just confirm that you can hear me all right? Here, amazing. I am very, very excited to present today. Okay, wonderful. I'm very glad to hear that the sound works fine, and I hope you can see the screen. If not, just let me know in the chat. Um, Amazing. I am very excited. I cannot see you, unfortunately, but I hope you can hear me well. And so today we are going to talk about training yourself to be an eye care social media manager. We don't have much time. We are aiming at around 20 minutes, so we will make it very, very efficient. So let's start with who am I? My name is Tanya, and I am the manager of organic social media here at Marketing for Recipes. And yeah, I live and breathe social media. This is my passion. This is where my expertise lies. Please do not ask what is my daily screen time on my cell phone. It's absolutely incredible. It's coming close to 4 hours. I'm guilty, but social media is my passion and is my work. So our plan for today is talking about some of the tools you can use for managing your social media efficiently. And I would like to start with talking about why social media is important. To be quite honest, I would assume that everyone on this call would know that social media is important. I just want to kind of provide some more background here and some more details. So social media is a tool for raising brand awareness. So if we look at the sales funnel, brand awareness is somewhere at the very top. Basically, brand awareness feeds the sales funnel. And using social media, you can reach out to potential patients that will, in the end of this sales funnel, convert into your patient. So yeah, social media helps create visibility for your brand and demand for your services. And we like to say that social media is your second website. So what do we mean by that? The latest data shows that around 83% of Instagram users use the platform to discover products and services. So this social media is a great opportunity for you to talk about your services because people do research services using social media. And social media as a brand awareness tool works really well in combination with lead generation tools. I'm pretty sure that like most of the practices, most of the people here, they would know a lot about lead generation tools, amazing things like PPC campaigns. So while it is important to do a lead generation to create to enhance patient acquisition, it is very important to combine lead generation with brand awareness because this synergy creates best results. And social media helps you build loyal community. We live in a world where it's very important to share your story with your audience, and this is how you build relationships, and this is how you can really build that loyalty with your existing patient base and also potential patients. So if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to throw them into the chat. I kind of can see the chat on my screen, and we can cover all these questions in the end of my little presentation. So running social media for your practice comes with certain challenges, and that is no surprise for anyone on this call. So the first thing is obviously time investment. We all understand that running social media will never be the main focus of your day-to-day responsibilities. You have a lot happening. You have a lot of things on your plate, and social media can only take like a little part of your time. So your time investment is very limited. Also, quality assurance. When you represent your brand on social media, you want to make sure that your captions are error-free. You want to make sure that your images look nice and they represent your brand in a nice way, in a professional way. But like not everyone knows how to use Photoshop. So it's another challenge with running social media. And also there are so many tools available out there, so many tools that promise to be help for you while you run your social media, that sometimes it's really difficult to navigate. And how do you find the best tools that will actually make your life easier? That's a challenge. And also consistency. So it's no secret, and most of you would know that social media algorithms prefer regular posting schedules. So the Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media platforms, they prioritize the content that coming from accounts that post regularly. So am I ready to be committed? Am I ready to commit to consistency? That's another question we all need to ask ourselves. So today in our webinar, we are going to talk about the tools that will help you with the top three of these challenges. As for consistency, I want to point out right away that this is just on you. It's about your decision to make this commitment and make a continuous effort to post on social media. And this is just about your like personal commitment. So our goal for today is to discover some of the tools that can help you manage your social media efficiently. We don't have much time, so we will just discover the most, like the best tools that are user-friendly, that will help you create images, that will help you create captions and proofread them. And we will discover some of the platforms that can help you schedule posts and review the performance of your posts. So yeah, I'm very excited to jump right in. So what are the components of a successful social media post? Well, it's going to be the image and the caption. Let's start with the kind of the design part of this process. And it's no secret that most of people are, they focus on the visual information. So creating a pretty image is very important for making your social media looking really, really professional. So one tool I want to talk about, and I'm actually curious if you know this tool, please let me know in the chat if you do. It's called Canva. It's probably the most popular online graphic design tool out there. So what I like about Canva is that you do not need to download anything. You don't need to have any software on your computer. Yes to Canva. Yes, I agree with you. So it's very convenient that you don't need to download anything. You just go to the website and yeah, and you can easily sign up with your Facebook or Google accounts, just standard thing. So it feels a little strange to talk about a graphic design tool without showing how it actually works. But trust me, and I'm sure people in the chat would agree with me, that you don't really need any specific tools to or specific knowledge to start using Canva, because it's very intuitive. It's been made for people who don't have much experience with graphic design at all. So Canva will, of course, try to push you to get you subscribed to the paid version as any other software. However, I want to say that free version of Canva is absolutely fine, and most likely you will get everything you need from just the free version. So do not pay yet. If you're just subscribing, just start with the free version. So with Canva, you can upload photos to Canva. You can cut images into sizes you need. For example, square shape for Instagram. You can add frames. You can add text elements, nice gradients like on Canva's logo. Yeah, so just very basic graphic design tools. And what I really like about Canva is that it has some templates you can start with. These are just some random examples. I just literally made a screenshot from Canva's templates. So as you can see, these are kind of pre-created images that you can start with when you create an image for social media. And all the text elements you can edit. You can change like whatever the image says, whatever text elements the image has. You can customize the text, and also you can customize the photos. So this is a really nice tool to create designs for your social media. One more tool I want to talk about while we're kind of staying on the topic of creating images is Lightroom. So Lightroom is an app you can download on your phone, and it's free. However, be very careful because many features are coming with the paid version. So you will need to figure out whether you need to upgrade for a paid version or whether the free version is fine for you. This is an Adobe tool, but it's nothing like Adobe Photoshop. It's very easy. It's been created again for people who don't have much time to invest in kind of editing their photos. Lightroom has some photo presets and filters. You can enhance the look of your photos, make the colors pop a little bit more. So again, just a great tool for basic photo editing. And here's the little example of what you can do with Lightroom. So the before image, like it's still pretty, but in the after version, you have the colors a little bit brighter. It kind of it pops a little bit more. So yeah, just you know, you can enhance the look of photos of your practice, for example. So a really handy app to have on your phone. So now I would like to move to the other parts of your social media content, which is like the copy, all the captions you create for your post. So I would love to know if you are familiar with that tool. And I have kind of an idea that many of you would know Grammarly, but those who don't, please, I invite you to create an account with Grammarly. Whatever caption you create for your social media posts, it has to be error free. So you need to check spelling, you need to check grammar, punctuation, clarity, and Grammarly offers all these tools to you. And what is so great about Grammarly is that it has the free version, which doesn't have any word limit. With many other tools, you would find that you can sign up for free, but then after you kind of proofread a few paragraphs of text, it's going to say, you know, you have to upgrade for the paid version. With Grammarly, you don't get any word limit, and I love that. And Grammarly will not fix any errors automatically. It will suggest any edits to you, like, and you can accept or decline. And what I also really love is that Grammarly scans your copy and checks clarity, delivery, and engagement. With social media, you want to make sure that your captions are very engaging, and it's nice to have this tool to kind of scan your copy and tell if it lacks the engagement part of it. Okay, so this one is a little different. Again, WordTune is an app that can help you to create nice captions for your social media posts. So what WordTune does, it helps you change the tone of your captions, make them more casual, and also it allows you to play with the length of your sentences, captions. It can help you either collapse or expand your copy. So with social media, the general recommendation is to stick with more of like informal tone. That's what people expect from social media, while your, for example, website can be a little bit more like formal or like a professional sounding. Your social media has to be very professional, but at the same time, it needs to have that a little bit of an informal, warm feeling. So, and that's what WordTune offers. You can basically copy all your caption into this software, and it's gonna offer you a few suggestions of how you can rewrite each sentence in a more informal way. I absolutely love this tool. I have to mention that its free version is useless. It will give you a very, very limited word count, just probably like a few sentences per day that you can kind of scan through a WordTune. So if you choose to use this app, I would advise to get the paid version, which is 150 a year, not too much, but it is very helpful. So you can adjust the style of your writing to more informal, and you can also play with the length of your captions. So there's a lot of debate on what is the ideal length of the caption for your social media. And the information here keeps changing all the time. We try to stick with the shorter captions. We make sure that the first sentence is that part that really grabs your attention, because the attention span on social media is very short. So the first sentence is the main focus point, and then the rest of the caption needs to be quite short. So we are trying to aim at maybe around like 300 characters. So WordTune can help you with kind of fitting into this length of the caption. So now I want to talk a little bit about the softwares you can use to schedule your post and also to review the performance of your post. So if like any of you would have a question like, why do I need to schedule my posts? Can't I just post directly on the Facebook or Instagram, let's say? My answer, absolutely you can. If you have the time to kind of log in and post manually every day you want to post, that's totally fine. You can just go directly into Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. But we are talking about finding efficiencies and kind of saving you some time. So it really helps when you can just schedule all your posts in advance for a month or even a quarter, if that's what works for you. So, and I would not, so the two softwares we're going to talk about is Hootsuite, and later I will not talk about the differences between these two, because when it comes to basic functions, they are very similar. So both of these softwares you can integrate with your social media accounts. You can link your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and they have some more options. And you can post directly on these social media using Hootsuite or later. So you can schedule a post in advance, and you can review the performance of your posts. You can look back at a previous month and say, okay, so our reach was down, but our engagement went up. So what are the conclusions here? What do we need to keep doing or stop doing? Later is great. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm actually very happy that Paul brought up Meta Business Suite in the chat. As for Meta Business Suite, this is like the built-in Facebook feature. If you go to your Facebook page, if you're the admin of your page, on the left side, you will see a link to Meta Business Suite. You can absolutely schedule your posts using Meta. It works fine. You can schedule Facebook, Instagram. It works absolutely fine. However, I have to point out that the reporting side of Meta Business Suite is not ideal. It kind of feels a little counterintuitive uh, to realize that the built-in Facebook tool does not have the most advanced reporting for Facebook and Instagram, but that's the reality that we're seeing. Meta Business Suite will provide you some stats on like some basic stats, but in terms of reach or engagement. But if you want to go really like deep into the detail, Hootsuite and later will have way more like comprehensive reports, very user friendly, and it's just my recommendation to if you want a really nice kind of performance report, these softwares are probably better. I also have to mention that while Hootsuite and Later are very reliable, and in 99.5% of cases, your posts are going to go through just fine, the recommendation that comes from experience that we still recommend to check on your posts regularly when you post through a third-party software, because sometimes Facebook would do backend updates, and the connection between these kind of third-party software and Facebook may be affected by that. So these softwares are reliable, but still from time to time, go and check that your posts look good and that they are coming through. Okay, very important advice. We are running short of time. I'm a little bit over time. I called this slide a very important advice on purpose. So these are just some of the things we always need to remember when we start working with social media pages. So first of all, please make sure you always know who owns your Facebook page. It's very common when someone has created the page and then people change roles in the companies, or sometimes they leave businesses. And it's very important to remember that the owner of the page will always have the highest level of access to everything. So make sure you know who owns the Facebook page. It's also a very obvious recommendation, but make sure you always have the most up-to-date passwords for your social media somewhere on file. We may reset the Instagram password without even noticing it. You know how you can hit reset and it's going to change, and then this information may be lost. So it's always good to have the most up-to-date version somewhere on file. When you are setting up an Instagram account for your business, please make sure you will always have access to the email address it was set up with. So Instagram likes to scan kind of social media activity for anything suspicious. And if you are logging in from a new place or whatever, it may find this activity suspicious, and is going to send a verification code to the email address associated with this Instagram profile. So make sure you always have access to this email address. Okay, we are going to wrap it up. So we just talked about social media being a must-have, not a nice-to-have. I am sure we all agree about that. We just did an overview of some of the tools that can help you create images efficiently, create captions and make them error-free, and also some of the tools that can help you schedule your posts and review the performance of your posts. So please make sure you take good care of your social media accounts in terms of the access and passwords. And please remember that consistent posting is key to your success. So I want to quickly mention that we have a free e-guide available to you by this QR code that you see on the screen. If you have a camera by your side, please just scan the QR code or make a screenshot. There's a link also where you can find the e-guide. So yeah, just take a picture if you have a moment. 1, 2, 3. I am moving on. Okay. I hope everyone was able to scan the code. Now, I would be very happy to answer any questions you may have. I have the chat here, like I can see it on the screen, so please just throw any questions you have into the chat. Natasha answered the question about the webinar being recorded, and it's going to be uploaded to YouTube. And you will also receive an email with links to the webinar and our e-guide. That's amazing. That is very helpful. I'm just scrolling through the chat to see if there were any other questions. Later is great. I absolutely agree with you, Paul. Later is a great tool. Grammarly, we have some fans of Grammarly here. I'm very happy to know it. I use it too. It's an amazing tool. Okay, we have some. Okay, is there a best time and frequency that is optimal for posting? So there's a lot of data on that and a lot of debate, and things change all the time. So I want to mention that if you use any softwares that are kind of scheduling posts for you, most likely they will have some suggestions for optimal times to post for the particular accounts you're posting for. So that is very helpful. We like to post at least twice a week. We've been noticing that it creates kind of enough kind of consistency for algorithms to kind of prioritize your content. So that's a nice place to start. If you want to post more often, that is amazing. In terms of the times, you know, some people prefer to post during like around the lunch time, because that's when people check their social media. Yeah, that's a nice idea. And also like the later in the afternoon is a great idea too, because that's when people have time to check their social media. Weekends, probably not the best time to post, because you know, like the overall activity on social media drops down. So maybe just avoid posting during weekends. Yeah. And from the latest data, I've been seeing that Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are considered to be very good days for posting. Any suggestion on identifying someone part-time to post for you? Well, I have to mention that we have a professional team that can help you with your social media strategy. That's what we do. That's what we're good at. So if you are interested, you can just contact me, and we can talk about like how we can help you. Any other recommendations on finding someone part-time to post for you? You know, I have to mention here that there are a lot of people kind of who are running, for example, their personal social media accounts, and they love social media, and they can create really nice images. I would be looking for someone who has experience with working with businesses, because running your personal, working on your personal brand and your personal Instagram page or Facebook page is very different. You have to know what are the differences of working with your personal page and a business page. So I'm not sure if I answered the questions. I'm trying to think of any other recommendations. But yeah, I guess just look for someone who has experience with running like business pages. Awesome. Any other questions? All right. I don't see any more questions. However, let's give it a minute. Yeah, so the e-guides will be sent to your email address. Please make sure you take a look. I see a new message. Is there a need for admin to answer all questions on social media posted by clients in the commentary section, such as Facebook post comments section? Thank you. This is a great question, and it is a very, very important to interact with your audience on social media. So if you like, it really depends. Like all questions, yes. If we're speaking about questions being posted in comment sections, yes, please. It is very, very important to be monitoring all the comments that you receive and answer any questions. It's better to reply quickly without leaving it for too long, because this kind of interaction with your audience is something that helps you build trust and create this you know, like engagement with your content. So absolutely yes, it is very important to answer any questions you receive in comments, and also direct messages, right? do not leave direct messages unanswered. All right. Also, just to kind of draw your attention to that, you may also receive a review on Facebook, and it is very important to reply to the reviews you get on Facebook as well. Thank people for a great review, or you know, if it's not a great review, then still provide some comments and some feedback to these people. Do you recommend posting Instagram Reels over Instagram post photos? Well, I have to say that video content is king, and Instagram algorithms are changing to favor video content a lot. So I would not, okay, that's a tricky question. I would not recommend to focus on Instagram Reels only without posting in your feed, because we have different goals here. So when you post Reels, you create great engagement. You get the benefits of posting video content that's very engaging, and Instagram algorithms like videos. But you need to make sure that the feed of your social media is looking very professional, very up to date, and you need to make sure you have really nice kind of like posts in your feed in general, posts that are professional, educational, because your social media is your second website. I want to go back to that thought. So it is very important to do both. Post in your feed just like photo, like really nice photo images, and do Reels as well. The combination of these two works great. Is there a percentage of product post to information post that is more effective? Is there a percentage of product post to information that is more effective? That is an interesting question. I don't have a universal answer to that. I'm trying to think. I would say that this is very, it really depends on your practice and your audience. So I can share a little insight on what we do here at the agency. We like to create different types of content for our clients. We, for example, like three main topics: product related, educational, and something else, like posts about the staff, for example. And when you review the performance of your post, that is a great opportunity for you to know what's working for your audience and for your business. And then you can identify which pillars, content pillars as we call them, or like topics, which work better. And then you can adjust your strategy according to that and make more educational posts or product focused posts. That would be my recommendation. What are your thoughts on using tags on posts? How many should we limit to? When not to use or use few, does it still look professional? We're talking about hashtags, I guess. Yes, absolutely. How many? Okay. How many, when not to use or use few, does it still look professional? Okay. So absolutely, please do use hashtags. That's the way for audience to discover your business. If they're if they're researching any hashtag, you want to make sure that people are able to find you. As for how many, so there's a lot of debate on that, and so we try to not kind of go overboard and create like too many hashtags so that you open the caption and it's endless. we like to stay at around maybe like 10 to 12 limits. That is what works really nice for us from what we've been noticing. There were some updates that I saw with recommendations to stay within 5 hashtags. With Instagram, you always get so much different opinions, but I would just recommend maybe to start at 10 hashtags. When not to use or use few. When not to use, I would say it's just a matter of what kind of content you're posting. And like a very simple example, if you are posting about like a Memorial Day, for example, it feels not right to include hashtags, right? Because hashtags is how you are promoting your content. So just be aware of that. But overall, when you talk about your practice, when you talk about your services, products, absolutely do use hashtags, please. Does it still look professional? Yes, it does. And if you're still thinking of where to put your hashtags into the caption or into comments, I would kind of love to know your opinion on that. Can someone throw into the chat where do you think is the best way to post hashtags, in the caption or comments? Anyone? Comments? Okay. Anyone else? Caption? I want to get a third one, just to know who's winning. Okay. Caption. Okay. Caption is winning. Yes, caption is winning. You are absolutely right. It's been a debate for a long time, and Instagram has kind of published an update that the right way to do it is put it into the caption. Exactly. Instagram is not always very transparent with their algorithms, but finally they shared that the caption is better. So yes, amazing. I'm happy to know that quite a lot of people know that. Any other questions for me? I hope I did not miss any. Any other questions? I don't see any other questions. However, if you wanna chat, if you wanna ask any questions, please find me on LinkedIn and just ask me anything. I will be happy to help if I can. So yeah, I guess that would be it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate like this experience, and that I was able to share some of the insights and some of the expertise. I really hope it was helpful. Yeah, I'm looking for the way to wrap it up, because I don't know, I just enjoyed this chat a lot. Thank you so much. This is very sweet. Thank you. All right. I hope you will have an amazing rest of the day, and please just look for that email with the link to the eGuide. And yeah, thank you so much for your attention.